Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to the eastern wing of the Stinkbug Works. Well, I got some stuff accomplished yesterday. I started at looking at where the rudder's going to mount because I have now put a servo. I have painted, let's see. I have painted and installed a servo. And that establishes where this servo arm is going to go and the height of the push rod. And the height of the push rod essentially is going to determine the height of the rudder. And the push rod almost, but not quite, but it almost crashes with the wires here on the receiver. But that looked like the trick spot to put the receiver, and it's kicked that way as far as I can get it. But it just has that trick look to it. So yeah, I painted the receiver and the servo and the arm separately, and then I put them all together, and then I sprayed them as one. I made a little tube here for my antenna, and that's going to be my antenna. It'll be sticking up vertically that high out of the water. That'll be good enough for me, because all this wood is invisible to radio waves. The only thing radio waves are going to see will be the motor and the batteries. Little bits and pieces here in the servo, but not much. So all in all, I thought that a decent place to put the antenna. I built my nose block. I started sanding it a little bit. I built this block, and I noticed that the holes, now the outside diameter fits this thing perfectly, just perfectly, but the holes don't quite line up. They are almost, but not quite correct. Do I have a pencil? Let's see if I can mark. Let's see if I can make a mark. Oh, let's see if I can make a mark where they go. Okay, we ready? Let's see if I can get into this one right here. Things are moving around a little bit. But yeah, my pencil mark is right here. That's where I tighten up the bolts on them. You can see where I tighten up the nuts on them. But so it looks like the holes have to go out and down just ever so slightly. I may try to do that with a file. I may just stick it in the mill. I think I'll do the mill. That'll be the easiest way. I'll just put it in the mill on some parallels and just cut over that way a little bit and cut down. And then I'll just do that on all of them. The same procedure. The nose piece, it fits. This, I believe, was supposed to be the motor mount, as it's a little bit taller than the transom. However, I'm going to shave that much off of the top of this thing, and it will fit as a transom piece. I'll take a paper towel soaked in lacquer thinner and wipe off some of this paint back here. I won't wipe off all of it. I'll just wipe off some of it, because this is not a real important glue joint. I could achieve the same thing with no glue just by doubling up the transom. So this is going to kind of act as a doubler, but it still applies an awful lot of load to a small area. So I'm going to just double up the transom. I'll paint this side before I glue it in. and then come back and spray some paint on it again. Everything gets sprayed over and over again in here as I put on another piece, but I am just about done adding pieces. The only thing I'm going to have to worry about now is where my speed control goes. Stand by. Still pretty hot. And here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I am thinking. It fits right here. It fits in there perfectly. Stand by. The princess is demanding of attention. This fits in here perfectly, and I can move it forward and aft depending on how the motor wires run. And it really doesn't, this is the wrong side, but it really doesn't get in the way of installing the batteries. This is the wrong side. But you get what I'm saying. It doesn't get in the way of installing the batteries too awfully much. So I could put it down there. I could put it back here, but then the motor wires become an issue. I could also mount it up here. And again, that would be out of the way of everything. If I were to mount it up here, I could run my cooling wires along the upper part of this over this notch and out. Or maybe past here. We'll have to see. But those are my thoughts. I got to looking at this and thinking, you know, yellow paint is not going to stick real well to this. It'll chip off because this just has that surface. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to send this thing over into the bead blaster and bead blast everything. I'll just bead blast it as one solid piece already assembled. Just bead blast the hell out of it. And then when I go to paint it, the paint will fill in all the little surface of the moon that the beads add. Although the beads, one of the reasons I like using beads is they don't go into the metal so much as they explode when they hit the metal, and all those little chips blasting off is what cleans the surface. Beads are really good for painted surfaces. Anyway, that's my thinking on this. I'll give it a ride on the bead blaster so it gets this look here. But that will be before painting. Right now, while I'm lining things up, today is Monday. Wednesday, I'm going to go run the Hawaii Kai, weather permitting. If it's really windy or really raining, I'm not going to go. Little boats don't like wind. Little hydroplanes don't like wind. Oh, that was a good slurp. So I'm sort of liking the whole Caterpillar look. In fact, I have some little placard water slide decals, and I ordered some little Caterpillar water slide decals. So I think I'm going to put a Caterpillar up here on the motor. I may put the Caterpillar, if it's small enough, I may put it along this little edge right in here. So I'm digging the interior paint. I think it's going to work real well with the whole cat livery. So there you go, boys and girls. More thinking, more planning. Until next time, jet out.